Hello, my name is Dr. Bob DeMaria, the drugless doctor. Today we're going to talk about the story behind why I became drugless. I've been practicing for nearly 30 years. When we first started in practice, we understood wellness and people wanted to get better. But as time has gone on, we've seen more and more people taking more medications. Medications literally for everything. And the concept of going drugless became very personal about 30 years ago.
At age 30, I went to my gynecologist and I had dysplasia on my cervix. All their answers were against the grain for me. I wasn't going to take drugs, so I realized I needed to take responsibility and I needed to be disciplined. So with nutritional support and a change of lifestyle, for example, foods I ate and foods I prepared or things I didn't do, made a difference. To when I went back in, it was all clear.
I've been practicing since the late 1970s. And along the way, there was an elderly gentleman that sat down and had some heart-to-heart conversation with me. He said, you know, Dr. Bob, when I used to work and I'd go to the drugstore and pick up my medication, and I watched the senior citizens hand the prescriptions over to the pharmacist, and the pharmacist would hand the prescription back with maybe 6 or 8 different medications, and the patient would drop the head down and walk away. It wasn't until the day I retired that I found out that prescription medication is big business. That story impacted me. It impacted me so much that I wanted to do whatever I could for every patient so they wouldn't be the puppet on the end of a puppeteer string, that they could take control, they could be the master, they could be the captain of their ship. Because people today have been manipulated by the media and by the manufacturers of food and the medical institutions to take a medication literally for everything. So I studied, and I studied some more, and we started teaching our patients what they could do to lower their blood pressure, to get off of or reduce the amount of insulin they're on. Make just simple changes so they could get off the drugs that would stop their feet from burning. But what impacted me the most, and it's such a multi-billion-dollar industry today, is what all the bad effects that these medications do to people. Do you know that one medication has 10 bad effects? Not side effects. The difference between side effects and bad effects, it's all marketing, because they're all bad effects. One medication has 10 bad effects. If you take 2 meds, now listen to me now, it's exponentially increased to 100. Take 3, goes to 1,000, then 10,000, 100,000, 1,000,000, 10 million. If you're taking 9 medications a day, and I've had patients take as many as 23 meds when they came into our office, that's a billion interreactions that we don't even know what's going on. It's called polypharmacy. But here's the good news. It's attributed to Hippocrates thousands of years ago. Let food be your medicine and medicine be your food. So I found out that if I could educate our patients and make profound decisions to change. You see, wherever you're watching me, anywhere in the world right now, I don't want you to go off of a medication without first creating a strategy for change. You're going to need to learn more about the condition that you might have. I threw out the word diabetes. Do you know they estimate 95% of diabetics is directly related to their lifestyle? Right now, as I speak, 1/3 of all the children that were born in the United States right after 2000 will become diabetics within the next 30 years. Do you know what the economic impact is on our society today? Do you know that drug companies continue to increase their prices even though the research for the medications are over as these medications close the end of their patent? Let's talk about diabetes. It's as simple as exercise and eliminating all those carbs. eliminating all those sweet sugars that you're so passionately addicted to. Do you know the initial step for diabetic type of medication is to stimulate your pancreas to make more insulin, with the potential and the hope by the pharmaceutical company that eventually your pancreas is going to wear out and you're going to be forced to take insulin. Do you know that the side effects of these medications cause inflammation in your body? Do you know that all medications have serious bad effects? Ladies, those of you that are watching me right now, they're on a medication for your thyroid gland called Synthroid, have the potential over time to get osteoporosis because of the medication that you're on. How about those of you that are watching me right now that are taking statin medications? I've had gentlemen come into our office taking statin medications. Those are medications that trick your liver to taking cholesterol out of your body that end up having bad effects, including pain in their legs, difficulty in obtaining an erection, optic strokes, glaucoma. This is very serious. My family members have had these bad effects. They didn't make lifestyle changes. You could have an optic stroke or glaucoma or Parkinson's shakes because of taking statin drugs. But the saddest thing is that my own parents didn't listen to me. They continue to eat with reckless abandon. Some of the foods I've talked about in other videos on the Get to Know series, and they died. They had Alzheimer's. They had dementia. They had conditions that could have been helped with drug-free living. But I've also had other family members, thousands of patients that have listened, that are celebrating life without medication. And not only that, they're saving money. I've had patients that have taken part-time jobs just to take care of their medication expense before they came into our office. So here's my motivation for you. I want you to analyze, what are you eating? What are you doing every day? How much exercise are you doing? What are you putting in and out of your body? Because see, healing is an inside-out process. Medications don't cure anything. Medications manage symptoms. I'm a drugless doctor, which is counterculture, here to make a difference in your life. I'm here to educate you, to give you more information so you can make wise choices for you and your family. I had one patient that said it so succinctly when we did our pilot program. She said to Debbie and myself, we decided to choose life. And that's why they continued on with the pilot program. Her child is ADHD medicine-free. I'm Dr. Bob DeMaria, the drugless doctor, with Getting to Know Why We've Gone Drugless.